Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is a Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, May 9th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Sorry for the darkness, it's really dark out, pouring outside, and the natural light's not coming in. And I don't have any other lights here, which I could just pop in here. I should really get some lights, so apologize. Anyway, I'm in a really big rush. First up, I posted the monthly Google Webmaster Report where I summarize everything that's gone on in the past month. Plus some little observations. The little observation is that on May 2nd, it seems like Google did some type of update, small, but it seems like some type of update. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Big things that happened include Google penalized several Japanese link networks in the past month. They went ahead and penalized another guest blog network called PostJoint. And the Hero links, with the Help Out Reporters organization, actually came under question in some way. But you can definitely take a look at the whole recap on May 5th at seroundtable.com. Talking about Google's flux, a lot of things are going on with Google right now. On May 2nd, you can see in the Moz chart, there was a major spike here on May 2nd, and then again yesterday, or Wednesday, May 7th. Depends on when you actually do the analysis of when it happened. There's lots of chatter going on around those two dates in the forums, and they all agree. So if you look at SERP metrics, again, May 2nd, and May 7th, you see the pattern there. Let me zoom in a little bit. You look over here as well. This is SERPs.com, May 7th, major change here. And then if you look at Alguru, they actually reported on May 8th. Nothing really, and also on May 2nd, but May 8th and May 2nd. So it seems like something's going on with Google. Typically, this implies that Google's actually testing something. Something's going to happen very, very soon in terms of Google. So definitely take a look at that. Talking about updates, so not only is Google updated, but there are some rumors that Bing is doing an update. At least Bing did an update back on May 5th. Now, if you take a look at the SERP charts, you see SERPs.com. I think SERPs.com showing a major shift in Bing or Yahoo with the same algorithm on May 5th. Let me zoom in a little bit. So May 5th over here, you'll see over here, you'll see again, this is Yahoo, but the same thing as Bing. You'll see an update also on May 5th or so. And then you'll see with Digital Point, which actually uses the keyword ranking tool, there are some major shifts as well around this time. There's also, they're reporting some major shifts over here. Nobody else is reporting that, but over here on May 5th, there's some major shifts. That being said, there are some major sites that are actually reporting major reductions in Bing's rankings. So maybe there was a Bing update. We'll see. Google's Matt Cutts went ahead and made a video about links. And he said two things. One is links in the future might go away on some level. But he says right now, links still have lots of years left in them. And he goes through all the things that he said. You should definitely watch this video. It's very interesting. But in a short, you should, as an SEO, now be thinking not just about links, that's important obviously, but now try to strategize around making yourself an expert in a specific topic, making sure Google's able to figure out that you're an expert, maybe through authorship or by just writing expert content, natural language, and trying to go in that avenue as opposed to looking at links. Google's John Mueller said that they now treat all the new TLDs as standard generic top-level domains. That's what they're doing right now, so all those new TLDs, be it .cash, .food, .best, whatever they are, they're treating as normal GTLDs. Interesting enough, Gabs at Creative Site Forums noticed that even though Amazon had rich snippets back in the day, without actually adding any metadata, they actually had these rich snippets. If you look now, they no longer have the rich snippets. So Google kind of dropped the rich snippets for a major site, even though they don't have the markup. I don't know why they don't have markup. They don't have the markup, and Walmart has it. Google AdSense publishers are really upset. I mean, they seem to be bracing for a major loss in terms of earnings in May. The trend has been really, really bad for a lot of publishers. Here's one publisher's earnings from almost $20,000 per month, dropping down to $10,000 per month, dropping down to $6,000 per month, and now one's projecting actually $800 per month, all the way from $20,000 a month, which is pretty amazing. Google AdWords has updated a new feature called Google AdWords MCC scripts. It's basically a powerful way for developers or tech-savvy advertisers to save time when managing their AdWords scripts through these scripts. It's basically a JavaScript code that integrates with other things as well, so you can actually use it to actually implement streamlined ways of actually updating your AdWords campaigns. A few weeks ago, the Wall Street Journal featured two major SEM companies in a bad way. And the article was called "Small Businesses Search in Vain for Web Help." And Reach Local and Yodel were actually called out, and they have tons of complaints. Their customers aren't happy. Typically in the SEO field, it's not unusual for that to happen, but these are people using paid search for the most part, and they feel they're not getting the actual results that were promised. Anyway, you should definitely take a look at that. It's sad to see these types of things come up all the time in our industry, especially when it's featured by Wall Street Journal. Remember Expedia? So Expedia, at least back in the day, showed that they might have had a penalty. Now, Expedia never confirmed it. I honestly think they did have some type of penalty, but they never confirmed it. And if you look at their search metrics charts, you see there was a major drop-off around that time. If you look at SEMrush, you'll see the SEMrush just does the monthly recaps, not the weekly. So you can see there was some type of drop. They don't really actually have, hey, that doesn't look like much of a change here. But the most interesting thing is I listened to the actual earnings call, and their earnings have not changed from here to here. So they had an earning call on, I think it was May 1st over here, and all this traffic, basically a whole quarter of traffic was gone a lot of it was gone for Expedia. And they reported great, normal earnings. Nothing happened bad. They didn't mention anything bad with Google. So it's very interesting to see that. In any event, there's probably more there. So this is confusing me. I don't watch movies much. But basically, if you just search in Google for Spinal Tap, IMDb, you'll see that the rating is 8 out of 11. So obviously that's actually an Easter egg. The person who programmed the metadata for IMDb actually put in an 8 out of 11 metadata because in Spinal Tap he actually had a little skit where it actually goes to 11 as opposed to 1 out of 10. It goes to 1 out of 11. And that was his shtick. Anyway, so you should definitely take a look at that. It was pretty funny, and obviously I didn't get the joke until after I posted the blog post. Google Maps did a major update. They specifically added Uber integration, they added offline maps, lane-by-lane navigation, and a lot more. If you want to look at the specific details of those things, I broke it out by both the Google Maps Android version, 8.1, as well as the Google Maps iOS version, 3.0, and iOS actually got a lot more updates, catching up with the Android version. DuckDuckGo did a major update in terms of the design. You can actually access it at next.duckduckgo.com. The things include smarter answers, updated design to give more feedback, to a more refined look, and more images and videos, auto-suggest results in local places. So you can see here some designs. So this kind of looks like a knowledge glass carousel with images. Here's videos, so you can have images scrolling across the top. Here are some local results. Here are definitions with smart answers. And what's funny is Matt Cutts from Google's like, hey, DuckDuckGo, don't you not store data about your users? So how are you doing auto-suggest? And they responded, we don't store who's actually searching it. We just store the actual queries, but not associating them to IPs or anything. Thus, we could do auto-suggest. Finally, this is something that Matt Cutts posted. Basically, it's a search engine that it's called AMP What. Let me bring it up so you can take a look at it. AMP What. So it's a search engine that lets you search for Unicode or HTML into the characters. So here's the thing. All you got to do is type in whatever you want to search for. So let's say it's snow. And up comes different characters, Unicode characters, that represent snow. So snowmen, snow things. So if I click on this, it would actually give me the code on how to use it. So that's the Unicode code. If I can actually click on these different characters on the top right over here to get the different Unicode versus these types of things, CSS, and all these other things. So it's very, very cool, fun thing to do for those who like to play with Unicode. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. Sorry, this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Apologize for the lighting, although right now it looks pretty good. And I'll see you guys next week. Everyone have a great weekend.